So we can, lucky enough to have a really still wintry day here, and it's clear, so we can see a lot. We can see how rugged the mountains are in the middle there, middle of Mount Barron and Thumb Peak, and East Mount Barron right in the distance, and then that smoke plume again, way east of Hopetown. You can see across the low hills, which are underlain by quartzite, just here above Triggerlow Beach, which is just around the corner here behind us. Also see the tawny crown honeyeaters flying around. You can even hear them if that picks up sound. You can see the ocean, obviously the Southern Ocean in Doubtful Island Bay right in front of us here. And Doubtful Island's out there, after which the bay is named.
And the canyon?
The canyons are way in a distance. On the horizon there, which is about 55 kilometres out, is where the canyons are prominent. The continental shelf's about 50 kilometres out. And it drops very quickly from about 80 metres deep on the inner shelf, on the marine plain out there, and it drops down to about 4 kilometres deep after only a few kilometres out.
So approximately 12,000 or so years ago, the sea wasn't where it is now. It was right out.
On the horizon out there.
On the horizon.
Ocean, and there was land. It was vegetation in front of us, probably. And the rivers that either side of us, the Gardner River to the west, the Fitzgerald River to the east, excuse me, just over here, flowed out across this plain and dropped.
Wow, so they would have met somewhere prior to the canyon, and then probably all of that, what you just see that one stream running on the canyon, just that one.
Yeah. In some of the canyons you can see two streams coming together and joining at the base of the canyon, so that's probably what went on. Which would have been a big deal.
It would have been incredible to see.
Oh yeah.
And the indigenous would have seen that.
They would have done, because they would have been here for 53,000 years when that was the case, 50 odd thousand years, up to about 7,000 years ago when the estuaries formed. Yeah, so when the sea level jumped up to its present height. So they would have witnessed it. They would have been known about that for thousands of years before, and they would have had to deal with it. So there's probably may well be stories in their story lineages that are about that. Good to find out.
It would.
Because they've got stories that go way back about a lot of things, the megafauna and other things which would have been prior to that. Marvellous. Anyway, we're very lucky to have a clear day to see all this from.
So, a canyon where the indigenous would have camped and hunted with plants surrounding it, maybe similar to what we're seeing here, is now inhabited by killer whales.
That's right. Above it by killer whales, and also sperm whales and giant squid and so on and the seabird fauna out there is massive. Sharks, blue sharks, all sorts of amazing stuff. It's incredibly rich out there and big.
Wow. So 40 million years ago, this was an island.
Those mountains were islands. They would have been a bit taller, but they were certainly islands.
And how far in did it go, the sea?
Well, right almost to Ravensthorpe.
Wow.
You can see the sedimentary, the Eocene sediments of spongylite just to the south of Ravensthorpe. So what's that, about 45 kilometres inland from where the shore is now?
And whilst they were islands, obviously speciation continued to occur.
It did occur on them. I think it got separated, and you can see that in that bunch of barrens, the central and eastern barrens over there. You can see evidence of that on all the barrens, even the western ones here. There's only 2 endemics known on those. It could be more. It's just a matter of having a look. They're really poorly known, by the way. They're hard to get at, and they're not that well known from a flora point of view. But what is known is that there are endemic plants common on these systems. There's those that are known from just these central peaks here. There's those that are known from the eastern group and the central group together. There's a couple from the western group, and there's some from the very eastern group, being East Mount Barron and the Eyre Range, which is just evidence of them being islands and separated.
So much diversity.
Mm-hmm.